So it's almost been a year since the Mini 4 Pro was released, and I must say this has been a fantastic drone, and it still is. And one of the things I really enjoy with this and have been taking advantage of over many months now is QuickShots. And this is a feature that often gets overlooked because it's not a professional feature, especially compared to something like waypoints, cruise control, active track, spotlight, and point of interest. But there is a reason why you should start using QuickShots more, because this is just an amazing feature that adds more value to your trips than you might think. So in today's video, I'm gonna tell you why I use these features every single time I fly the Mini 4 Pro and why I think you should too. So inside the QuickShots section here, we have all these different automated flight modes. We have droney, rocket, circle, helix, and boomerang. So for each of these different modes, all you do is to drag a box around you or select the plus icon here on yourself, and then the drone will automatically fly using a fixed route within the mode you selected. And these QuickShots were targeted towards beginners or people that struggle to fly the drone itself or didn't know how to capture different shots using different drone moves. So they could just select either of the quick shots and the drone would do everything for them, which is fantastic on its own. But this is something I've been using for years now. Even as a professional drone pilot, this is such a useful feature. So I use different quick shots and mix that with manual flying and also waypoints and active track. And the biggest advantage with quick shots is that when you want to film yourself, you can also use these to create transitions between different locations to spice things up a bit. We also have master shots, which is using all the different quick shots at the same time, and it kind of adds this into a single sequence, which is also fantastic. But the majority of the time I just use quick shots and do each of the modes separately. And just a little snippet from each of the quick shots can really add a huge difference to the cinematic masterpiece you're putting together. So we have a total of 6 different quick shots here, and let's start with one of my favorite ones, which is helix. So to apply this, all you do is to go into the quick shot section and then scroll down until you see helix. The next thing is to either drag a box around you or you can tap this plus icon, which you see on the screen here. So I'm just going to tap that and then select the distance and which direction I want. So I'm just going to go with 100 meters on this one because I have some trees behind me, and then tap start. And I mean, this shot turned out absolutely amazing. I just love helix, and if I was doing the same shot with the manual flying, it would have taken a lot longer to pull off. But here, just tap start and it does everything for you, which is fantastic. The next one is rocket. I just love this one, especially when I'm on a cliff like this. So here again, just select myself and the altitude I want. So let's go with 60 meters on this one and then press start. And also this shot turned out amazing. Just having that super cinematic top-down crane shot, and not only that, you can also reverse these in post to get a different perspective of the drone coming down to reveal the subject or object. It's just amazing how easy it is to capture these cinematic shots with the Mini 4 Pro when you use quick shots. Over to droney here. This is also one of my favorite quick shots, but as you can see here, there was quite some wind going on and these gusts were just smashing it from below. So I had some bumps along the way, I can say, but droney is one of those quick shots I always end my flights with. It's so easy to use and you have full line of sight because it flies backwards and then it will rise up. And I think this is, the best mode to use on a cliff like this. Another one is Asteroid. So again, selecting myself and then tap start and the drone will fly backwards, then up, and take a bunch of photos and stitch these together, creating that tiny planet at the end of your video. I mean, it is a cool feature, but not something I would use. So if you go over to the quick shots here and then down to Asteroid and select that, we also have a limitation here. So you're only able to use this mode in 1080p at 30 FPS. So no 4K on this one, unfortunately. But if you're using this for social media, for example, maybe as a reel on Instagram, 1080p is going to be more than enough. The next quick shot is a circle, and this I would say is the perfect mode to get a 360 view with your drone. So again, just gonna tap myself here and then hit start, and the drone will fly around us in a perfect circle. But what's awesome with this is that you can actually decide how narrow or wide you want this circle to be, also the altitude. So let's say I want this exact same shot, but I want it to be higher. I can just fly the Mini 4 Pro a bit further away and place it a little bit higher and then press start, and the drone will now do a circle from this exact location going left or right. So you can basically decide how wide you want this to be and also at what angle. And I can even pull this closer and do the exact same thing, so that means I now have 3 different cinematic shots I can mix together in post. Now the last one is boomerang, and this is almost like a mix between helix and circle. So the drone will start from the position you set, then fly either to the left or right as it goes further away before it comes back on the other side. You know, just like a boomerang. And this is a really nice mode to use if you want to focus on the subject as well as the landscape at the same time. And you can even use these quick shots on objects, so it doesn't have to be a person. So for this one here, the Mini 4 Pro actually failed to maintain track on me. So instead, I just selected a part of the fence and just waited a few seconds before I had this location lock here. So if this happens, that the tracking is off, it's sometimes better to just select an area around you and then just wait for this lock icon. So there we have the different quick shots, but why is quick shots so useful and why is it something you should start using more? Well, first of all, these are fully automated flight modes, so there's basically no effort that you need to put into it. All you do is to just select the quick shots you want and then press start, which is mind-blowing. So look at this shot here, for example. The drone is flying up and to the side around the trees, and then it reveals this amazing scenery on the other side at a wider distance. And you can literally do all of this hands-free, which is just fantastic. So that reason alone is why we all should start using quick shots more. And another reason is that we can also capture these quick shots in vertical mode, so not only landscape, and that means you're also gonna get the full 4K quality. Another thing is that you can also do a crop to this video to make it appear closer, or you can have one cropped and one normal and just cut in between these two, for example. So there's a lot of different things you can actually do to spice these up. Just go on and test yourself in your editing software next time. Now, in general, quick shots are amazing and something I use all the time, but what I really like to do is to also mix these with some manual flying, which often adds to a better cinematic video. Now, there's also some limitations to quick shots. For example, you cannot shoot in 4K 24 FPS. So if you mainly shoot videos in 4K 24, you would need to match those quick shots, which are shot in 4K 30, with the clips on your timeline, which means that you would need to slow these quick shots down to about 80%. But in my opinion, that often makes the quick shots look better because it smoothens everything out a little bit. But what I really hate though is that if I forget to slow them down, if I'm working on a 24 FPS timeline, you know, I will have all these jitters and I will have to go back into the video and adjust everything. So it doesn't matter if my video is finished, I still need to adjust it to make the footage look appealing. So that's one of the reasons I always shoot in 30 FPS, because that means I will never have this issue. Now, I also wish we had more quick shots. I find it quite limited now after so many years, so it would be nice to see something new, or even better, to be able to set up a custom quick shot to a certain degree, of course, like max altitude, max distance, and something like that. And everything within that radius, you would be able to make a few points similar to waypoints, for example, and then have those saved as a custom quick shot profile. Yeah, I want that, please. So please, DJI, if this is something that we can have in the future, that would actually be awesome. But all in all, quick shots are amazing. I also use my Signature LUTs to make these quick shots look even better, and because these work with the DJI normal color profile as well, I can just drag the LUTs on top of the footage and I'm all done. I'm also having a 40% off on these LUTs right now, so make sure to check them out down in the description below if you're looking for something unique that will make your videos pop. And I also have my free DJI Mini 4 Pro cheat sheets down there, which also applies to both the Mini 4 Pro and the Mini 3 Pro, so make sure to grab those as well. Like I said, 100% free. Just do me a favor and hit that subscribe and like button. That would be really appreciated. And in a few weeks, I will have something really exciting things to share with you guys, so make sure to hit that bell icon as well, so you will get notified when that video is up. So that's it for today's video, I guess. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.